Hello there. The Republic of Ireland has just defied the US President Joe Biden. As per usual, please like, subscribe and comment below. So the Republic of Ireland wants to defy the one powerful figure who they previously crowed had their back, the President of the USA, Joe Biden. Yes, the Republic of Ireland, who hopes that Joe will one day deliver a united Ireland to them, has rejected the US President's proposals to reform global corporation tax arrangements. And the thing that sticks in the craw of the Irish is the 15% minimum level of corporation tax. They want no part of it, as it would remove their ability to undercut others and attract the likes of Google HQ to come and pay only 12.5%, and in some cases a tad over 0%. Especially as Biden wants the tax paid where the customers are and not where the intellectual property is registered. Something that would rip the heart out of Ireland's tax base. No wonder they're not enamoured with that particular proposal. That'll be Ireland off of Joe's Christmas card list then. But further, not only have Peru, the Cayman Islands and Bermuda turned their noses up at Biden's proposal, so have Hungary and Estonia. That could then also put the EU on collision course with the Biden administration. Not sure this is the outcome they discussed at the very recent Carbis Bay Cornwall G7 meeting of the Great and Good. So I would assume that great pressure will be applied on Ireland by Brussels to get them to comply with US wishes. Especially as 130 countries around the world have signed up to it. Maybe Ireland's days as a tax haven are well and truly numbered. And now to Northern Ireland. The UK post-Brexit negotiator Lord David Frost and the Secretary of State for Northern Ireland, Brandon Lewis, have written a piece for the Irish Times explaining why the Northern Ireland Protocol must be implemented sensitively and with due regard to the delicate political position in Northern Ireland. What they're saying is that we must move away from the current harsh implementation demanded by the EU, which is damaging the UK internal market and the Northern Ireland economy, and then move towards a new balance. And they point out that patience in Northern Ireland is running out where the protocol is concerned. And we all know where that could lead. The situation is now urgent, they write. The UK and Ireland have a huge and very direct interest in finding solutions here. But we need constructive and ambitious discussions with the EU which deal with the actual reality. To simply say the protocol must be implemented in full is to take a theological approach that is frozen in time and does not deal with the reality that now exists. All eminently sensible. But the EU is not listening, and the Republic are giving that approach a very wide berth. Brussels and the Republic want unrest. They want to use this to heap as much pressure on the UK as they can. And why? 1. To try and force the UK government to hold its hands up and sign Britain up to the EU rules and standards to make the problem go away. And 2, as a route towards a united Ireland. And the Eurocrats keep saying that the only way out is for the UK to dynamically align itself with EU rules and subject itself to ECJ jurisdiction. And to all you nerks out there who say, well, the UK signed up to the protocol, here's what Frost and Lewis say in their article about the protocol rules. Given the extraordinary nature of this agreement and the delicate political situation, we expected to be able to administer them sensitively in practice. We've always known we were dealing with a bunch of EU pirates, so this was maybe a bit naive. But the Eurocrats have now shown their true skull and crossbone colours by threatening both Jersey and Switzerland with electricity blackouts unless EU diktats are obeyed. What more proof do you need? The authors go on. We assume that the requirements to facilitate trade between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK, and to try and avoid checks and controls at Northern Irish ports, both spelt out in the protocol, would be meaningful. Well, I remember back at the end of 2019 when the EU ambushed us with talk of stringently applying the protocol to force concessions from us. We should have listened to them and walked back then. And more from Frost and Lewis. We expected that the protocol's injunction to minimise impact on everyday lives in Northern Ireland would be fully reflected, but it isn't working out like that. No, Sherlock, of course it isn't. How can the EU exert their pressure if there's no associated pain? And the authors explain the painful problems for the people of Northern Ireland. Pets can't be moved across the Irish Sea and back. New cancer drugs can't be licensed for Northern Ireland. There is trade diversion. Suppliers in Great Britain are beginning to give up supplying Northern Ireland, or are doing so only at significant and added cost. All the sorts of things that would justify the UK triggering Article 16 of the Protocol forthwith and suspending these rules. How much longer are we going to tolerate the UK being carved in two by a foreign power? Let's hope that when the licences for such things as Evian water run out at the end of this year, the UK doubles down and plays hardball with all those rules. On a happier note, remember the Rejoiner Club, all whooping with delight and running around gleefully when they heard that Amsterdam had overtaken London in the post-Brexit share trading department. In truth, it was a bit of a non-story when the figures were looked at in detail. But just to redress the balance, it's now being reported that the city has regained a lot of that lost ground and now once again leads Amsterdam. Doesn't quite fit that City-Geddon Ramona rhetoric, does it? City AM reports that the city reclaimed its place at the top of Europe's largest share trading centre rankings last month for the first time since Brexit, muscling out Amsterdam from top spot. OK, the difference was only about €100 million or so in 1 month, when nearly €9 billion are involved in each financial centre every month. But it does show that it ain't all over for the city by a long chalk. And the Telegraph explains that a chunk of this is down to London scrapping the 2019 EU-wide ban on Swiss share trading. And Alberto Tocchio of trading company Kairos Partners told Bloomberg, the return of Swiss share trading has helped overturn what has been just a temporary phase. London will soon regain the status of European and global trading hub, and it could easily benefit from being away from the restrictive EU rules. And it looks exactly like that is what Chancellor Rishi Sunak intends to do, scrap restrictive EU red tape. And not before time, because Brussels has shown its hand. All the Eurocrats want to do is try and stall the city from getting on with new business under new rules, while it tries to find ways to sneak off with our finance trade. Well, we've given them ample time to agree a deal. Now it's time to move on and move on fast. And when we do, I suspect that the city will leave its EU counterparts floundering in its wake. So what's your opinion on Ireland thumbing its nose at Joe Biden, the Irish border protocol, and the city regaining its top spot? Please like and comment below.